Alabama's WVUA News at 10.
And good evening, everyone. I'm John Huddleston.
And I'm Smeek Alexander. Thanks for joining us.
We begin tonight with an update on how the state of Alabama is doing in the classroom when it comes to academic progress and financial funding.
Now, this comes after the State Department of Education released their adequate yearly progress reports, and there is some concern as to whether funding in the state is large enough to continue strengthening students' achievement. WVUA's Travis Leader caught up with Governor Robert Bentley and has his reaction in tonight's top story.
The State Department of Education says 3/4 of Alabama schools are reaching adequate yearly progress. But Governor Robert Bentley is not a fan of the No Child Left Behind grading scale, which is what AYP is based off of.
It is not a very good measuring stick, and we're going to change that. And we're going to ask the federal government to give us a waiver on that so that we can use other ways to measure our performance of our students.
Bentley says there's been consequences in trying to bring up some of the failing schools.
Even though we have come up on the lower level, we've actually decreased on the upper level for students who are on the higher level.
Instead, the governor wants more of a state-focused approach when it comes to reforming troubled schools.
We want to make sure that failing schools are reconstituted. We want to make sure that we put in a good principal if needed. If we need to change out some of the teachers, we'll do that, just like is happening in Birmingham right now.
Another key in improving schools is funding them properly. However, the education budget depends on overall economic growth.
As long as we have an increase in sales tax, income tax, use taxes, utility taxes, when those are up, we have plenty of money in education.
Bentley sees the education budget growing $400 million by the next fiscal year. In Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
Bentley is backing State Superintendent Tommy Bice's Plan 2020, which seeks to get all students up to par by the end of the decade. The No Child Left Behind looks to have it done by 2014. And the governor wasn't in town just to discuss education, but also to receive a prestigious award.
Yeah, Bentley was presented the Man and Youth Award on behalf of the Alabama Alliance, the Boys and Girls Clubs. This award signified Governor Bentley's role in helping youth throughout the state reach their full potential. Bentley says he is humbled to receive the honor.
This award should go to everyone who works in Boys and Girls Clubs across the state. They're the ones that deserve this award, not me, because they touch the lives of so many boys and girls, and we're very appreciative of what they do.
The governor went on to say he truly loved every child in the state. The State Board of Education has picked 8 people to interview for chancellor of Alabama's 2-year college system, and one of them currently lives and works at a local West Alabama college.
Shelton State President Mark Heinrich is on the list. Heinrich has been at the college since 2008. Before that, he was the Vice President of Academic Affairs at Carson Newman College in Tennessee. As we mentioned, Heinrich is one of 8 people the board selected to interview. Other candidates include John Smith, Senior Vice Chancellor of Advancement at Troy University, Gregory Gray, Chancellor of Riverside Community College District in California, Blake Flanders, Vice President of Workforce Development for the Kansas Board of Regents, and Daniel Howard, Executive Vice President and Provost of Arkansas State University.
Also on the list are Bruce Murphy, Vice President for Academic Affairs at Air University in Montgomery, Michael Wartell, Chancellor Emeritus at Indiana University, and Candace Steele, Director of Academic Programs for Alabama's post-secondary program.
Rats, they've been the source of one neighborhood dispute, and now there is a resolution. The rats had been infesting a tree, and now the tree has been cut down. The rats caused a rift between some homeowners and Bethel Baptist Church. The tree sits on multiple properties, but some homeowners were hoping for the church to cover the tree removal costs. Volunteers stepped in to help finance the tree's removal, and the tree was cut down earlier this week. More volunteers are helping out financially to remove the stump tomorrow morning.
Well, a sign of hope and happiness is back in Tuscaloosa. That's
right. The Krispy Kreme Hot and Now sign is back up. It was hoisted into place earlier today. First, it was the Hot and Now sign, then the Krispy Kreme logo topped it off. The original store was destroyed during the April 27th tornado, and it won't be long before the sign is back on for good. Krispy Kreme will open on August 21st at 5 p.m.
Well, I don't know about your house today, but it absolutely poured at mine this morning up there.
Well, I did not have any showers.
You didn't have any showers?
No.
Really?
No, on the way to work I did.
On the way to work.
Yeah,
okay.
I had some pop-up showers throughout the day.
Well, some mid-morning showers kind of cleared up for a nice afternoon, though. Richard Scott joins us now with the first look at Alabama's home team forecast. Richard?
John Samika, a lot of rain across the area today. John probably got about 2 inches at his house with a lot of rain towards the Birmingham area. And some rain happening earlier today across much of Tuscaloosa, really all of west and central Alabama getting good soaking of rain. We'll talk about rain totals here in a second, but radar pretty quiet right now. No rain to deal with across immediate coverage area. Now there's all the rain we dealt with earlier today, pretty much out of here for now, but some shower and thunderstorm activity trying to develop back along the Mississippi River that could increase eastward over the next several hours. Could see a few storms tonight. Better chance of organized thunderstorms happens on Friday. Temperatures top out around 90. A good chance for rain and storms at about any point. The best chance for rain on Friday will happen near and after lunch. But what about that weekend forecast? Plus, we'll talk about tropical depression number 7. Could it impact our local weather? We'll talk a lot more about that, plus your 7-day forecast coming up in a bit. Stay with us.
All right, thank you, Richard. Well, this week marks World Breastfeeding Week, and across the globe, a campaign is gaining ground to encourage mothers to be educated in the options when it comes to feeding America's newborns.
But here in West Alabama, the debate between breastfeeding and formula is still a modern dilemma falling on a new generation of mothers. WVUA's Victoria Sheehan has more.
On the rise throughout the nation.
There was really no decision making. I knew from day one of pregnancy that I would breastfeed both my children.
Tina Ahmed has 2 sons, and while she echoes the pattern across the country, officials hope more mothers in Alabama will make the same decision. The state currently has one of the lowest numbers of mothers who choose to breastfeed.
I think a lot of mothers fear breastfeeding because they don't want to be tied down a little bit, and it's sometimes more convenient to have a bottle of formula and give it to the baby.
A lot of times people they do have myths given to them by grandmothers, like, oh, if you breastfeed, your breast sag. If you breastfeed, it hurts, is the number one. You know, and that's not true. If it hurts, you're not doing it correctly.
Jan Norman has been a lactation consultant for over 20 years, and she says the benefits of breastfeeding are hard to ignore.
You just can't replicate breast milk. It has live cells and immunities that only you can give your baby, and that's what we call sometimes liquid gold, and it's a precious gift to give to your baby.
Besides knowing the health benefits, many mothers say they are concerned about the social acceptance of breastfeeding in public.
I was very modest with breastfeeding in public. I always carried a shawl with me. I kept covered because I feel, you know, there's other children, other men and women out there that don't want to see that part of a woman.
And it's sad because a lot of people in our area, they only view breast for one thing. And that, I think, the modesty thing is a big issue here. But it can be done discreetly.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Victoria Sheehan, WVUA News.
Both Tuscaloosa and Northport DCH medical centers offer prenatal classes as well as one-on-one consultation for mothers. For more information, call either locations. Call the DCH Help Desk at 205-759-7745.
A series of fires has prompted the recall of more than 1 million GE and Hot Point dishwashers. Today, the Consumer Product Safety Commission announced a voluntary recall of machines sold from March 2006 to August 2009. Now, they range in price from $350 to $850. The CPSC says no one was injured in the fires, but 3 of them caused extensive property damage. Owners of the impacted dishwashers are advised to stop using them and turn off the fuse or circuit breakers to the machines immediately. GE says it will repair the problem free of charge. For more information on the recall, visit geappliances.com/recall. Well, it was moving day on the University of Alabama campus as hundreds of eager students arrived. At Julia Tutwiler Residence Hall, cars were backed up all day from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Today starts a 10-day move-in period for undergraduates. University of Alabama Department of Housing expects about 8,000 students to move to campus by the start of school. Many of the incoming freshmen are ready to get their college careers started.
To start school here, it's really exciting. I kind of got my foot in the door in high school with all of the film stuff I wanted to do, and to continue, it's really exciting. I've missed it a lot to say. Other than that, I'm just ready to start. I'm trying to get my mom out of my dorm. So.
And the first day of class is set for Wednesday, August 22nd.
August is National Catfish Month. It's a time to honor the hard work of United States catfish farmers. And you may not know that a majority of U.S. farm-raised catfish is produced on family-owned farms in the South, including right here in West Alabama. WVUA spent the day at Partlow Farms in Greene County. According to the manager of the catfish farm, Kent Holditch, Their 1,100-acre farm is taken care of by just 3 people, and they raise close to 2.5 million pounds of catfish per year. Holditch says maintaining the farm is a 24-hour job, but he doesn't look at it that way.
It's a lifestyle. If you look at it as a job, you wouldn't get up and go do it. I mean, you couldn't. And if your family didn't look at it as a lifestyle, you know, you'd be divorced and your kids would be gone because there's no way they'd put up with it. It's a lifestyle and enjoy it.
To start school here, it's really exciting. I kind of got my foot in the door in high school with all of the film stuff I wanted to do, and to continue, it's really exciting. I've missed it a lot, to say. Other than that, I'm just like ready to start. I'm trying to like get my mom out of my dorm. So.
And the first day of class is set for Wednesday, August 22nd.
August is National Catfish Month. It's a time to honor the hard work of United States catfish farmers. And you may not know that a majority of U.S. farm-raised catfish is produced on family-owned farms in the South, including right here in West Alabama. WVUA spent the day at Partlow Farms in Greene County. According to the manager of the catfish farm, Kent Holditch, their 1,100-acre farm is taken care of by just 3 people, and they raise close to 2.5 million pounds of catfish per year. Holditch says maintaining the farm is a 24-hour job, but he doesn't look at it that way.
It's a lifestyle. If you look at it as a job, you wouldn't get up and go do it. I mean, you couldn't. And if your family didn't look at it as a lifestyle, you know, you'd be divorced and your kids would be gone because there's no way they'd put up with it. It's a lifestyle and enjoy it.